Heartbreak isn't just in the mind, it lives in the body. If you've ever felt chest pain or shame or racing thoughts after a breakup, this is for you. Hey love, my name is Fantana Shatamsa and I'm the founder of Sacred Lotus Holistic Wellness. I help women regulate their nervous systems, process stored trauma and emotions out of the body, and activate the body's natural ability to heal so that you can actually live an abundant, peaceful, deeply loved life that you desire. I'm a mom of three, and for years I kept repeating the same patterns around relationships, love, and money because I was holding on to so much shame and guilt and unworthiness. I knew all the mindset tools in my head, but my body was still holding on to stored trauma and stored emotions. Once I learned how to release that trauma and release those emotions and those stories from my mind and my body, everything began to align. I was able to have better boundaries, deeper love, and more money, and a life that finally felt like mine. And now I'm here to help other women do the same. So, heartbreak is not just emotional, it's physical. You're gonna feel things. You might notice like a heavy chest, right? An aching chest. You might feel like your throat is closing up. You might feel racing thoughts that just won't quiet down. You might get some shame or guilt or blaming yourself for what happened. You might have some trouble sleeping, eating, or focusing. You might feel like you're numb and just disconnected and like you're watching life happen from the outside. And sometimes this has happened to me. You'll feel like you're having an actual panic attack, like your heart is literally breaking. This is an analogy I use all the time. Like my heart feels like it's literally breaking. That's because heartbreak activates your nervous system and it gets stored in your tissues. That's because heartbreak activates your nervous system and gets stored in your tissues. It gets held in your breath, in your chest, in your energy centers, and especially in your heart chakra. So, heartbreak can show up in many different areas of your life. It can show up in how you show up for your friends. You might start to isolate or pull away, or you stop doing things that you love. You might start obsessing over the past, replaying every single conversation or situation in your mind. You might struggle to trust and open up, and you might question if you even deserve love ever again. And sometimes we begin to rush. We try to numb and fix things and try to move on before healing actually happens. The truth is, heartbreak needs to be felt, it needs to be processed in order for us to heal and not just move on. If we don't, we just end up carrying that pain into the next chapter and attracting the same patterns all over again. Healing from heartbreak is not just about talking positively or trying to think positively. Your body needs a way to release the grief, the anger, the longing, and the pain that's been stored and built up over time. So we can release the heartbreak and the pain and the grief through somatic healing. So this is things like crying, letting it all out. I know sometimes the grief just gets stuck in our throat and we just cannot cry. It feels like there's a physical barrier stopping us from letting those tears flow, but we really need to release that grief and let it just flow out of our body. Tapping. So tapping is a technique that we can do to help break up the emotion and allow it to flow through, and it helps to actually calm our nervous system so that our body doesn't hold on to it anymore. And shaking is another really good way to release that emotion and grief from the body so that you actually, you're trembling, you're shaking, you're actually releasing that energetic charge of that heartbreak. And other tools that we know of, like breathwork, using really calm, slow, deep breaths to help regulate our cortisol, help regulate our circulation and our nervous system so that our heart can actually have space to breathe. Sometimes when we are experiencing heartbreak, our breath starts to change. We start to breathe more shallow, and we forget that we're able to take deep breaths, and then our body starts to respond with more pain and more tension and more tightness and more guarding. So deep breathing actually helps us to relax and help our body to relax and also heal from the heartbreak. And also things like journaling, going for walks, those regular somatic practices that we can to just help, anything that can help release those emotions and release those feelings from the body is really, really helpful. So I'm going to take you through a little practice to help you heal from heartbreak, something that I've had to do many, many times. So when we're ready, we're going to place one hand on our chest and one hand on our abdomen, and we're going to take 3 deep breaths together. So in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let it all go. Exhale fully. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. In through the nose. Feel your belly rise. Relax and let it all go. Perfect. And your body knows what to do. If you feel like you need to cry, just cry. If you feel like you need to yawn, yawn. If you feel like you need to shake, shake. Just trust your body. Listen to your body and what it needs right now. Now I want you to take your fingers and gently tap the middle of your chest. And then I want you to go over to your collarbone, either side, wherever you feel that grief, wherever you feel that heartbreak. If you feel it down a little further, just tap into wherever you feel that heaviness of that heartbreak. You might feel it up into your throat, maybe even into your jaw. Just tap and break that emotion up. Give it space to breathe. Give it space to move. Give it some room. And as you tap, I want you to say, "It is safe for me to feel this." I am allowed to let go. I am making space for new love, for new healing, and I'm making room for myself to expand. Just tap that out. Wherever it is, just tap it. And we're going to gently sweep it away. And if you need to, you can shake out your chest, shake out your shoulders, let it go, let it go. Whatever you need, just gonna let it go, right? You may have to do this a few times because heartbreak doesn't happen in one day. It's usually a build-up, and it doesn't heal in one day. So feel free to do this as many times as you need. And I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to imagine cutting that energetic cord with this person. Whatever that cord is, whatever it is that's holding you hostage, whatever that bond is, whether it's a trauma bond, or whether it felt like real love, whatever it is, I want you to cut that energetic cord, release that person, wish them the best, and just release that attachment. Just imagine that scissors just cutting that energetic cord, that tie to that person. And I want you to place your hand back on your heart. Take one final deep breath in through your nose. Let it go. And if you're feeling any sort of heartbreak in your body right now, I want you to know that you are not alone. You are not broken, okay? Your body is wise, so allow it to grieve, allow it to release and heal at its own pace. And I want to invite you into the Sacred Lotus Sanctuary, where we practice nervous system regulation and somatic healing, so you don't have to hold it all alone. We have weekly live support, live coaching calls, we have healing circles, and we have a community of women that are all working towards the same thing and healing and growing together. If you're ready, you can find the link to our Sacred Lotus Sanctuary in our description, and just know that you are not alone. Your heart is allowed to heal. You are worthy of new love, new joy, and a peaceful whole life. New experiences are coming to you. All right? Thank you so much, and we'll talk soon. Bye.